Multiversus had their final big patch of the year for Season 4 today, and with it brought a bunch of additions. One of the things I've been waiting for that is finally here is the Rift and Wacky Weekend Mutators being available in custom game modes. This will add a lot of options for those that just want to relax in the evening and just have a little more fun, or to just freshen up the gameplay from time to time. There are some new options that we have yet to see in Rifts or Wacky Weekends also. With that said, let's break down all the new options available in custom game. The first mode here is Chicken versus Ice Cubes. One player has the chicken power and the other has ice. The more you hit your opponent, the more it builds up that counter, and once it maxes out, you will either freeze or become a chicken. In counter, much like the name suggests, whoever whiffs gets more knockback and damage from the attacker. It pays to time your attack more here. Gumball Shower unfortunately didn't seem to be working at all at the time of this video. It wouldn't let me select maps and wouldn't load the game mode up at all, so unsure exactly what this one is. Hammer Time has been part of the custom game maps for a while, but basically there are hammers on both sides of the stage that will deal massive damage and spike down. You can disable them temporarily by hitting the button in the middle, but trying to time the hammers starting up again with knocking your opponents into them is pretty fun. Ice Pit has also been part of the custom game maps, but there is a button in the center of the stage, and hitting it moves the bottom part of the stage away, forcing you to try and stay up above. Above you are tubes that shoot ice out, so it can be pretty chaotic trying to stay towards the center of the stage away from everything else going on. Infinite Jumps is pretty clear from the name, but you have infinite jumps and can essentially fly around the screen to attack your opponents. Lazarus Pit has it so if you fall to the bottom of the stage after a moment, you will re-emerge with armor. One Hit Wonder is a sudden death game mode, over in a flash as long as you get that single hit in on your opponent. Retro Horror has a few things going on. It has this filter on it to make it look like an old VHS tape, but also ghosts appear on the map, and hitting your opponent causes them to chase them, and if the ghost touches them, it applies Weakened. Rocket Fist Rain is also pretty clear by the name, but giant fists will constantly bombard the map. You have to try and dodge them, but also trying to hit your opponents into them is fun and can quickly turn the fight around. Splat is a mode we have seen in Wacky Weekends before, but if you hit your opponent into the ground or any other wall, they will get stuck to it for a moment. This is a pretty funny mode at times, but can also allow for very different combos. Spotlight sees a small circle on the screen that you must stay inside of. If you are caught outside, unless you dodge, you will get hit up and take damage. Try to keep your opponents out of the spotlight to control the match. Star Contenders is a completely new game mode that I don't think we have seen at all. You each start off with 1 star and hitting your opponent makes you drop it, and the goal is to collect a set number to win the match. I played one quick match of this, and we'll have to jump back in, but everything felt a little slow or like there was extra lag to everything you did. Stomp is another new game mode that was added with this patch, and the only move you seem to be able to do is down attack. Tiny seems to be for fans of the beta. Shrunk down and speed increase creates that fast gameplay a lot of people have been asking for. I personally got used to the new speed of launch, so it felt crazy just trying to keep up. Tiny vs Giant has one person be Tiny and their teammate be Giant. This can almost have 2 completely different fights going on at one time. Toasty, as the name suggests, sees Toasty himself added as a pet for all players, and with each attack he spits out projectiles that add a little bit of damage. Volleyball is one I have personally been waiting for to be added to customs, and I hope to see some tournaments or something come from this. It is exactly how it sounds, volleyball in game that allows 1v1 or 2v2 matches. Outside of 1v1 and 2v2 customs though, free-for-all also has some new game modes. Race allows you to jump in a cart across several different maps and get power-ups to slow your opponents down as you speed to the finish line. Slay the Giant sees one person be a giant while the other 3 players work together to try and stop them. The first to 3 ring outs wins the match. Overall, I think the Giant has the advantage here, even with it being 1v3, as they can hit all 3 opponents at once. But we will see as people start diving into this. That was all the new custom game modes added in this patch. Are there any you are excited to try out or that you are looking forward to? Let me know in the comments below what you think.